My name is Maya Mendoza, and it's an honor to be up here representing the class of 2016. How are you feeling tonight? How are you feeling? Awesome. I'm feeling great, except I'm sick. But I'm also feeling nervous, and I'm sure many of us were nervous when we first came to Woodland Hills Academy. I know I was. At the beginning of this journey, we could only dream about culminating and surviving middle school. And now here we are, experiencing one of the most important days of our lives so far. Harriet Tubman, a former slave and women's rights activist, who will soon be honored on the $20 bill, once said, "Every great dream begins with a dreamer. Always remember you have the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach for the stars to change the world." I ask you, who is a dreamer? Who wants to change the world? Let me take a moment to reflect on the words of Harriet Tubman. Strength. Have any of you had to be strong to endure middle school? Of course. Strong every day to face the responsibility of working hard, completing assignments and homework week after week, and resisting negative peer pressure. Patience. Yes. There's lots of patience in middle school. Hours and hours of listening and waiting for the bell, absorbing loads of information. But maybe our teachers are the ones who know a little bit more about patience. Passion is my favorite. Passion is a self-motivating drive within you to do what you love. It might be math, history, or music. Exploring the many subjects that middle school exposes you to is the best thing that can happen to a middle school student. 6th grade was the year of strength, because I had to overcome the challenges of change. It was a big change, going from elementary, where you stayed with one teacher in one classroom, to going to middle school, where you run from class to class with different teachers, new students, and big kids twice the size ruling the hallways. Middle school for me was a wake-up call. I wasn't always a star student in elementary school. I used to do the bare minimum, but something changed for me here at Woodland Hills Academy. I went from being a slightly above average student to someone who willingly spends hours doing projects and homework every week without my parents telling me to do it. My grades went from good to outstanding. Why did I feel like trying so hard? I think it was my teachers and my fellow students. My teachers were demanding, yet flexible, letting me redo work that wasn't good enough. Some of the subjects we discussed in science and language arts felt more mature, and it made me take school more seriously. I was pretty shy and didn't always participate in class, but I started to work harder than I had in elementary school. Then there are my fellow students. Some of them got A's all the time, and it really inspired me. It was hard to be consistent because I wasn't organized. I was still a little kid. By the end of the 6th grade, I became more organized and more focused. 7th grade was the in-between year, the year of patience. I was able to maintain my grades with A's and B's, and I felt I was starting to get a sense of myself. I remember at the beginning of the year, my history teacher told my parents that I was too shy and quiet. Boy, did that change. By the end of the year, I had an S for talking too much. But hey, at least I came out of my shell. 8th grade was the year of passion. I joined jazz band again at the urging of my parents, but a decision I made for myself was to switch from choir to orchestra, where I had the crazy idea that I would learn to play the cello. My involvement in the music department allowed me to make tons of new friends and grow as a real musician. This year has been wonderful because I have found my passion for music. I'm no longer quiet in class and have developed so many amazing friendships that I hope will last. I have so much gratitude to the teachers here that supported me, and I think we should all take a moment to thank them now. Some teachers that have really affected me are Mr. Carganella, my band director, Ms. Sandoval, my amazing choir and orchestra teacher, Ms. Garrett, my amazing math teacher who finally let me understand one concept, Mr. Simile, my funny history teacher, Ms. Slow, my amazing English teacher, and Mr. Kessler, my comedian of a PE teacher who's finally getting mentioned in a speech. I hope all of you have found something you love here at Woodland Hills Academy, whether it be music, friends, academics, or sports. Going back to Harriet Tubman's inspirational quote, I think the key to being a dreamer is finding your passion and supporting that passion with hard work. Not every student here has to change the world, but I bet some of us here will. Congratulations, class of 2016, we made it.